Hello guys and welcome to Laravel 9 tutorials. So guys, in this video we are going to discuss about how can we upload multiple images in Laravel 9. As you can see, I have already created a notepad file right here on the desktop so that we can make this process easier to understand. So let's move to step number 1, which says that we need to create a fresh Laravel project, or we can use an existing project. So if you want to create a fresh Laravel project and you have Laravel globally installed, simply you can use this command. Otherwise you have to use this command. So in my case, I'm not going to create a fresh Laravel project. Instead, I'm going to use an existing project, and the name is right here, Facebook. Okay, so first of all, let's access our project right here. And if you want to create a project, then now is the time. cdc XAMPP htdocs and Facebook. Okay, let's move to step number 2, which says that we need to create a model, migration and controller for the images. So let's do that. PHP artisan make model, and the name would be image, and I want the controller and the migration as well. So I am giving the flag of -control C, C for controller and M for migration. Okay guys, so it's done. Let's move to step number 3, which says that we need to update our migration and include a column for the image name. So let's move to Sublime and database, migrations, image, and right here let's add the column. So $table string, and the column name would be name in this case. Right here we are going to push the image name. Let's move to step number 4, which says that we need to define this column as a fillable property. So let's move to Sublime once again, and let's move to app, models, and image model right here. Protected, $fillable, name, just like that. So it's done. Okay. Let's move to step number 5, which says that we need to run the migration. Let me just show you something, that I already have the database for this project, Facebook project right here. But in any case, you have to run the migration because I don't have the image table right here. If you are using a fresh Laravel project or you are using an existing project, you have to run the migration. Okay. So PHP artisan migrate. So migration is done. Let's do a refresh. And right here you can see a table. Okay, so it's done. Let's move forward. Create method to display the image upload form. So we need to create a method so that we can view the image upload form. So for that we need to access our image controller. So image controller, and right here we are going to create a method, and let's say just like that, public function index. Method name would be index, return view. We are just going to return a view from here. So upload image. Okay, just like that. Let's save it. Okay, now let's move to Notepad, and now we need to create a blade for the form. And right here I have the HTML. So I'm just going to copy this HTML from right here. Let's move to Sublime once again, resources, views, and let's create a new file, paste everything and save it as with the same name, upload-image.blade.php. okay, which we have defined right here. Okay, now in order to view this, we need to create a route, as you can see, step number 8. So let's do that. Let's move to web.php. okay, route get, let's say upload, and I am going to use this controller, http controllers and image controller @index method. Okay, yeah, so it's done. Now let's run our project. PHP artisan serve port 8080. I'm using port 8080 because SQL is using port 8000, that's why. So let's refresh right here. Okay, now let's access /upload. Okay, so right here you can see the form. Now I want to discuss something related to form. We can see this part later in the video, but for now let's discuss some most important things related to form. So right here on the submission, I'm going to handle this form on this URL. upload images. Okay, and the type would be post for the let's say CRUD operation. Okay, so in this case we are not going to use get, as you know. In this case we are going to use the post submission request. Okay, so we are going to handle this form right here on this URL, which we are going to create a route for in near future. Let's move forward. Method would be post. Most important thing, if you are taking an input as an image or a file from the user, you must define it as eng type multi-part form hyphen data. As you know, CSRF is the most important part. Without it, you will not be able to submit the form. Let's move forward to another important part, which is right here, input type file. And right here you can see the name, and I have defined define it as an array, because in this case we are going to submit let's say 2, 5, 10, it's totally up to you, 1 to 5 images, whatever you want. Okay, so in this case we are going to handle it as an array. That's the procedure. Okay, the other most important thing is multiple, so that we can select multiple images. Let me just show you right here. Choose file, I click on this image and I am holding a control now, and I am selecting another image. So right here you can see 2 files are selected. If you remove this multiple, you will not be able to do that. Okay, so that's the most important part right here. We are going to handle this request right here, and the method would be post request. Okay, so let's create a post request, because that's the next step. As you can see, create a route method to store images. So yeah, so copy and paste it right here. Let's change the let's change it to post. And the URL, we can simply copy it from here so that you can understand it better. Okay, let's paste it right here. Okay, and this time I'm going to use store method. Okay, so we are going to create this. Let's move to image controller, and right here let's create it. Public function store and request $request. Okay, so I hope everything makes sense till here. Now I'm going to put a simple validation related to image. So yeah, let's start with that. Request validate and simply for images dot static. Okay, and right here required MIMEs type PNG JF, and let's say JPG, JPEG, and BIM, and the max file size would be, let's say, 2048 KB and 2 MB. Okay. So yeah guys, you can test it right here, DD done, just so that you make sure that we are hitting this specific route. So let's move to Google and let's try to submit this, and let's see what happens, and you can see the done. So we are right here, so it's working. Okay, next thing is we need to put a condition if we have request images. So let me first discuss this. As you can see, we are passing an array, so we are going to handle it as an array. Why? For example, let's say if you have 10 images and you have an issue with the second image, so it is going to show you an error like this. Let's say image number, you know, the iteration start from 0, so from 0 1 2, so image with the ID, let's say image 1, correct, please input the correct file type or whatever the error is. So this is why this static is helpful. So request images, if we have request images, what we need to do is, since we have multiple images, sorry for that, for each, since we are going to handle multiple images, we need to iterate them and insert them accordingly. So yeah, that's why we need to loop through the records. So request images as image. Now the most important part, we need to modify or manipulate the images, so that, let's say for example, if the image name is 1 and a specific user is let's say inserting an image with the name 1, and there is another user who is trying to insert another image with the image name as 1, so in that case we can have some serious issues. So that's why it's really important to modify your images accordingly. But in this case, I'm going to use a simple method which is most effective. So modified image, sorry, equals to, I'm going to put a timestamp and then I'm going to concatenate with hyphen space, then concatenate it with image original name, get client original name. Okay, then we can simply save this specific image in right here in the public directory. So let's do that. $image move public underscore path, and I'm going to we are going to save our images in public folder, and then the images folder, and then our image. So yeah, so we need to put modified image. Okay, so right here we are looping through the record. Sorry, I missed that. Sorry for that, guys. Image. Okay, so request images as image. We are looping through the records. We are modifying or manipulating the images, and then we are saving the modified image right here. Okay, in the public directory in the images folder, which you will see in just now when we are going to test it. Okay, so once it is done, we can simply insert a record. So image create. Okay, and in the name column I need to insert the, any guesses, modified images. Okay, if you guessed it right, fine, hooray to you guys. Okay, so since we are using image model right here, we need to include it right here as well. So use app models image, just like that, and then we can simply return the success. So return back with success, and right here I'm going to put my, let's say, message, images uploaded successfully. Okay, it's done. Now it's time to test it. So let's move to Google. Let's go back. Let's do a refresh, and let's try to select multiple images and 2 images. So upload images, and let's see what happened. So $request, we have an issue. Images, let's see, let me see right here. Sorry for that, guys. Request validate, request images. Here, typo. Sorry for that, guys. Let's move back on Google. Let's do a refresh. Let's select the images again. Open, upload image. Images uploaded successfully. So let's view the database, and right here we have 2 images. Let's move to Sublime because I want to show it right there as well. Public image and with the modified name. So that's what I was talking about right here. We are saving the images with the modified name. Okay, so yeah, it's fine now. Now let's move to the other part of this, let's say, blade file. So right here I am putting this message right here in the success session. So I'm creating a variable success in the session. So whenever we have this success activated, we are checking it right here. If we have session, I'm going to, let's say, elaborate it. It's written like session get success, but if we have success in the session, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it in the message, and I'm going to display it right here. So it can be pronounced as, if session has success message, please display it right here. The other part is related to error, as I told you before, regarding the images. So we are going to count for errors. If the count of errors is greater than 0, that means there is 1 error. So we are going to loop through the errors. It could be 1, 2, whatever, depending on the, let's say, what you have selected in the input field. Okay, so we are going to display the errors in unordered list and in the li. So yeah, guys, that's about it. Let's move to Google. Sorry. Yeah, right here. So now I'm going to show you one more thing. Right here you can see the message, images uploaded successfully when we uploaded multiple images. Now I'm going to select a singular image. The insertion will be good, but we need to update the message. Right here you can see the record is let's say saved right here, see, but the message doesn't make sense because I did the singular insertion. So yeah, we need to put some logic right here. So simple logic. So we can do it like this: count dollar request images. I'm going to count the images, request images, and if the count is equals to 1, what I need to do is I need to return back this, or else, let's say, else this. So I'm just going to put it right here. Okay, let's remove extra spacing, and I'm going to copy this, copy and paste it right here. Let's align the code. So if the count of request images is equals to 1, this means that we had only one image to upload. Otherwise, in that case, we are going to display the message image uploaded successfully. If we have more than one images, we are going to display it like this. So let's do that again just to show you that it's working. So multiple images, and let's see what we have. Images uploaded successfully. You can refresh the database. Right here we have now 5 records. Now let's try it with singular image. So image right here, select upload image, and image uploaded successfully. So it's working perfectly fine. So yeah guys, that's about it from this video. So I hope you guys like this video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you, take care, and yes guys, be ready for the next one. Okay, take care.